If you use these techniques for 30 minutes a day, 7 days, I promise you, you'll know how to drift. Let's go ahead and show you what it's like. This is fun. Woo! Woo-hoo! I hit my handbrake to get that angle because I went in at a bad angle. Oh, yes. Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to drift in the VDC Chevrolet Corvette C6 Public 3.0 and ACS VDC NOLA servers. Now, if you don't know about the NOLA track or VDC track, they're very good tracks. I'm in ACS drift servers. Now, the VDC cars are supposedly they're one of the harder drift cars to drift in, and NOLA is a very good map. It's very simple, it's very easy, it's like a competition type of map. So let's go ahead and get started and let's go. If you guys enjoy drifting content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future and previous drift videos. I have a lot of previous, and I'll make a lot of future videos in the future on different maps, different cars, different car packs, different a lot of stuff, updated videos. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we want to talk about is throttle control. That's the first thing I want to talk about is throttle control. So in these VDC cars, you really don't want to smash the throttle a lot, and also you want to drift in the highest gear possible. Now I haven't tweaked anything, but we'll go into tweaking later on if we need to. So let's go and start off with throttle control. So as you can see, blue right here, that's clutch. Brake is red, green is throttle. So the first thing we're going to be going over is throttle control. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to be smashing it. You just want to squeeze it. So let's go ahead and start off with what you don't want to do. What you don't want to do is just gas it the whole time and just gas, gas, gas. As you can see, it almost went there, but it was just obviously too much gas. What you want to do is you want to squeeze it, tap it. So you always want to maintain at least 80% of throttle and always at least so the highest you need is at least 80%, and always at least maintain 20% at the very least. You only need 80% to actually maintain the throttle. You don't need the full 100% to actually maintain the drift. So what you want to do is you want to squeeze the throttle. Squeeze it, tap it, and never fully let it go. A whole lot of squeezing. You hear that? You hear that squeeze? You hear that squeezing? A whole lot of squeezing. Okay, so like I said, very quick track, very simple track, very easy track. So let's go ahead and go over that one more time. I'll go and show you an example what happens if I'm just gonna smash the throttle the whole time and I'm just not gonna let it go. I'm gonna do what most people do. I'm just gonna smash the throttle. I'm not gonna throttle control. I'm gonna show you what happens when you have no throttle control. I won't even better probably start. Let's go. Especially in these cars. These cars are the worst to not have throttle control in. So as you can see, ladies and gents, with throttle control, you can absolutely go nowhere. Tap the throttle, squeeze it, never fully let off of it. And if you do lose that RPM, at least clutch kick. So I'll give you an example of what a clutch kick is. As you can see, this blue right here is this is my clutch. I got it held down. That's a clutch kick. You hear how we just went from 0 to having mad power? At least clutch kick, but try to never fully let off the throttle. Try to always come back to it very quickly. So let's go ahead and show you what it looks like in full array throttle control. All right. Beautiful throttle control, beautiful. Oh. So I definitely messed up a little early on the track, but that's neither here nor there. So let's go ahead and get into step 2. Step 2 we want to talk about is your steering. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to come in here and oversteer. What a lot of people do is they fight the steering wheel and they just completely fight the steering wheel. You don't need to fight it. Just let it be what let it do its thing. So Basically, this is what a lot of people do. They oversteer. So let's say I'm gonna make this left, I'm gonna turn. Watch the difference between what I don't want to do and what I do want to do. So this is what I don't want to do. Watch this. You see how hard the turn was? The turn was way too hard. You don't need to turn it that hard. All you need to do is lightly turn it, and the car basically just do the rest of the work on its own. All you need to do is catch it and counter steer it from where you wanted to steer it. So I'll give you an example. So I'm about to turn it a teeny bit. Watch. And I just let the car do the work by itself. And now we're good. Now I'm counter steering. I'm gonna let it go. Watch this. And it just spins back. Let the thing spin in your head. I'm let it go. It spins back. I kind of catch it where I want. Twist it. It spins back. Catch it where I want. I let it slide in my hands. I work with it. I'm counter steering. I catch it right here where I want. So as you can see, I know I make this look very easy because I'm gonna tell you, once you get the hang of it and once you learn the techniques, it honestly is easy once you learn the techniques. So let's say you're playing a guitar. Yeah, it's hard off first, but once you know the notes, I mean, it's pretty easy once you know what you're doing. So let's throttle control and steering. You don't want to oversteer, and you want to, when it comes to the transitions, let that thing spin back in your hand, catch it, and counter steer it as you want. So I'm gonna put throttle control together and steering. You'll see it together right here. All right, counter steering. I'm counter steering. I'm about to transition. Let go of the gas. Let go of the throttle a little bit. Oh, and another thing, ladies and gents, on the throttle. So back to the throttle. When it comes to your transitions, slightly less gas on the transitions. Do not hit the gas on transitions. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So when you see me transition, I'm going to slightly less gas. Transition to my right here, and let go. And I hit it back. So I let go, but I come back real quick. I'm about to transition to my left, let go, and there you go. Yeah, I'll let go for a minute. Now, if you don't transition, basically if you don't ease off the throttle during transition, all you're gonna do is spin out. So let's go ahead and go back to the steering again. So let's go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead so you can see the action. Throttle control. So on the transitions, slightly less throttle. Always have at least 80% throttle and at least 20%. Never let off the gas fully. So try to always squeeze it, come back very quickly. All right, let's go. Throttle control, steering. I'm counter steering right now. All right, for the transition, let go to throttle. Let that thing slide in my hand. Slide in my hand. I kind of turned it back too hard instead of letting it do its own thing right there. And as you can see, this is a piece of cake, ladies and gents. I'm gonna be honest, me personally, a lot of people say that the BDC car pack's easier. I kind of think these are easier. They just have so much horsepower. I mean, they're easy to drift. Just so much horsepower. I mean, they're so much fun. So don't let people have you scared of these cars. Come here and have fun. These are very fun cars to play with. Very fun. Alright, as you can see, slightly less throttle on transitions. Because if you do too much throttle on transitions, when it comes to that weight distribution and momentum, it'll snap you back the other way way too quick and you won't be able to catch it. So slightly less, so that snap isn't as strong. Especially on a high horsepower car, that snap will be super strong. Uh-oh. And another thing we got to talk about is, like I said, the clutch. So the clutch can do two things. We talked about it earlier. The clutch can be a clutch kick, and it can also slow down your RPMs, as you can see. So if you're going too wide, you can use your clutch kick as a mini brake to kind of slow down. And also, once you let it go, hit the gas and clutch kick back off of it to once again maintain your speed. And if you lose RPMs from not maintaining at least 20%, you can also use your clutch kick to boost back up off of it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm about to lose RPMs. I'm gonna try to. See, I'm losing RPMs a little bit. Well, I'm not really losing RPMs because this car is a high-powered horsepower car. But just know that if you're losing RPMs, clutch kick it, you'll get that drift right back to where it's set. All right, now And when it comes to braking, it's really not too much to braking. Braking is just emergency brake. It helps you get those angles if you lost it. So honestly, I'm not even going to use my brake or talk about a brake. You don't need it. It's really just for messing up angles. If I do use it, it's because I'm messing up. So I'll go ahead and give you an idea of what it's like to drift around ACS, NOLA, VDC. If you have any questions, any concerns, add me on Discord. I can call you. I can help you out. We can walk through the process together, and I'll help you out day by day if need be. I have no issue. And also make sure you're doing this for at least 30 minutes a day for 7 days a week, and you will know how to drift BDC cars easily. If you use these techniques for 30 minutes a day, 7 days, I promise you'll know how to drift. Let's go ahead and show you what it's like. This is fun. Woo! Woo-hoo! Woo! I hit my handbrake to get that angle because I went in at a bad angle. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, sir. So drifting in VDC ACS NOLA with the Corvette C6. Maintain at least 80% throttle control. Don't always smash your throttle. And I feel like that's the easy part. I feel like that's just like going into golf playing baseball. You just gotta train yourself to hit it like a golf ball. But the hard part is the transitions and the steering. So let's go ahead and go over this one more time. When it comes to steering, you don't need to overturn. Let me show you an overturn. Overturn. Just let it do its thing. Slightly turn it and just rock with it. So just give it a quick whip and let it go. Basically, give it a quick whip. You don't need to You don't need to overturn it. Give it a slight turn and it'll do the rest on its own. Let me show you. See, look. Did you see that slight turn? That was so slight. Not And I also want you to watch the transitions. The transitions are very important. Slightly less throttle and watch how I let the wheel spin in my hand, catch it where I want, and start to counter steer it and work with it. So watch this. I'm gonna barely turn it and it's gonna start drifting. Boom, ready to drift already. Counter steer, I let it slide, I catch it where I want to, maintain throttle. About to let go. Catch it where I want, counter steer. Don't fight the steering wheel, ladies and gents. Do not fight the steering wheel. Don't be aggressive on your throttle. Have discipline. Teach yourselves the proper ways to do it, and don't go into golf hitting the golf ball like a baseball. Train yourself to hit the golf ball like a golf ball. So come in here, discipline yourself to do the right things, learn the techniques, practice, and practice will make perfect. I'm telling you. Hope I helped you guys out. Hit that like, share, subscribe if I enjoyed, and don't miss out on future videos and previous videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.